Hey guys, on today's show, I want to give you a couple of updates, and we're going to discuss what to do when you really don't have a whole lot of resources around you. And it's based on a viewer's comment here. So stay tuned. That's right here, right now on Ham Radio for Non-Techies. Welcome back, guys, to Ham Radio for Non-Techies, where we try to simplify the ham radio hobby to get you to study for and pass your tests, get you on the air as quickly as possible. My name is Scott. My call sign is KI5MPL. And like I said, today we're going to discuss, I had a comment from one of my videos, and I just want to show you here real quick what he said. He says, regarding clubs, I was rather shocked at how unwelcoming the club that I got my test at was. They never indicated to any of us that we should or could join. They didn't really seem to like that they wanted us there. Almost like they were bothered by us being there to test. Didn't even really tell us anything about their club, just shoot us into a secondary room for testing, gave us the test, pass or fail, okay, now leave. It wasn't just me either. I think like 10 or so tested that evening, and they weren't interested in any of us except for their own members that were taking tests to upgrade. Seemed very odd. How's a club supposed to survive without recruiting members? Maybe it's just a culture, the culture in ham, no idea. I'm also interested in going into Mars, though. So I want to address that real quick. You know, you're going to have situations where, I mean, just like any other hobby, any other gathering of people or gathering of minds, you're not going to have the perfect scenario. You might get close to it. There's always going to be something that's going to tick you off or something that's going to be kind of irritating. And I think in this situation, you know, if this club's out there doing this to people, they're doing a disservice not only to the hobby, but they're doing a disservice to their own club and other members. Instead of bringing people together and encouraging people to join, they're discouraging people or just not even telling about anything. Here, just give us the money and take your test and get the hell out. And I think that's really kind of sad. So here's my solution for this. You know, he says that they threw him in a different room, pass or fail, get out. 10 or so other people tested. They weren't interested in any of us except for their own members. You're going to have this sometimes. It's not very common, but for people that are in a situation like this, where you've got a club that just disregards any kind of encouragement to join, or if you're in an area where you don't have a whole lot of resources around your other hams, let me give you guys some ideas. So before we start all that, let me jump in and say real quick, I've been gone for a few days or probably a couple weeks now. We just had a bunch of puppies. Back in December, my dogs mated unplanned, and I was hoping that it wouldn't take, and unfortunately it did. So, yeah, we're dealing with that now. And a couple days ago, she finally popped out 9 puppies. We ended up losing one. It was kind of our fault. We weren't watching, and she was still a very new mom, and she was laying on one of them and suffocated it. So we had to go out and do our thing with that. But we're dealing with that now and having to deal with them 24/7, making sure we're trying to train her into raising the puppies and doing it so we can be a little more hands off. But right now we're doing 24/7 shifts, trying to pass on between me and my wife and make sure these dogs are under constant surveillance and being watched at all times. Anywho, getting back to the issue here, I hate seeing stuff like this. It really irritates me, but I had a similar situation, not because my club was not being attentive to new people, but more so because of the whole pandemic thing. People were afraid to come out of their houses. There's nobody to talk to, and people were getting into ham radio, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't alone in the fact that once you got into ham radio, you found out there weren't a whole lot of people around. Now, one of the saving graces I have is that our club does a daily net every day at noon. Actually, it's going to be starting in about 2 minutes here at the time of this recording. They do a daily net where they pose a simple question. Everybody can check in, whether you're a member or not, and they discuss that topic or other topics related to ham radio for that, where however long it runs. Most recently, we had a 3.5-hour net, which was really, really cool. You know, so it depends on the topic they bring up. It kind of makes a difference. Anywho, so I had a similar situation where I really had nowhere to go and had nobody to talk to because the people around here were too afraid to come out of their houses. They're going to use the Rona, you know, all this other stuff as a reason not to get together and help anybody. And, you know, that's fine. Everybody has their own personal preference, their own personal viewpoints in this. I don't care either way. So what I ended up doing is I did lots of research on the internet, and I found resources online. So what I'd like to tell and show you guys is that you're not alone in that you have an entire ham family, or the ham fam as they call it. I forgot who coined the phrase, ham family, hamily. We have a large family that's online, a huge online presence. And you get that through the various YouTube channels. And we have, like, I'm not going to name all of them because there's so many out there, but some of the bigger channels out there, aside from me, you have Ham Radio 2.0, you have Ham Radio Crash Course, you have the Coffee and Ham Radios, and all the members of that have their own separate channels. They discuss a lot of intricate details about ham radio. You have the Ham Radio Clubhouse, which is a whole lot of fun. Those guys have their own channels. So you have collaborations of YouTubers that get together to produce one channel aside from their separate channels, and you also have the various channels that are out there. K8MRD, Mike, he's got a great channel, shows a lot of stuff. He's doing a lot of videos now, and I'm trying to catch up and get back into the whole video making thing myself. But you have that as a resource to you to get you to learn and do more stuff and get the information you're looking for. However, you have other options. And one of those other options, let me bring it up here while I'm thinking about it. One of those other options, I've talked about this before in other videos, is Discord. And I know some people might have their aversions to Discord and this and that. I did for the longest time until I realized, you know what? It's a necessary evil, and you can load it up on your phone. There's an app for Discord. There's also an app you can load up on your computer for Discord. I think it's for Windows and Mac. And we have an entire server. Let's just go over to it here real quick. We have an entire server called the Toads Discord, and I'll have links down below for that. The Toads Discord is where a lot of us meet, both YouTubers and non-YouTubers, to come in, and we have a huge ham fam on this server where we can talk to each other, we can post questions, we can give answers, we can share experiences, photos, videos, all kinds of stuff we can do with one another, and you have all this access to all these people with all this knowledge. It's like an endless amount of knowledge. So I'm going to say this. If you are in a situation where you don't have anybody around you, or you're new to the hobby, and you need to be able to reach out and get your questions answered, I'd rather you get the correct answers than try to develop a bad habit and then have to correct said bad habit. So the way I would consider, or the way I'd suggest doing this would be going on to the Discord channel you see here. And let's just kind of take a look here. If you look onto this thing, there's a whole bunch of different topics. These are all your different channels within the Toads Discord. And the Toads is the actual server on Discord. And inside that server, you have various topics that they create. So we have like a general section, supporters, giveaways. If they're doing any kind of giveaways for radio equipment, you can go in there and sign up for that and try to win something. Of course, the other channel, Coffee and Ham Radios, is in here. They have stuff on Raspberry Pi, different tools, discussions on field day, meetups, merch, just got some fun stuff down here. And they keep it very light. If you want to talk about specific things, there's certain channels in here to discuss those different things. But if you just want to chit chat and just kind of generally learn and talk to people, you can do that as well. And the people here are very welcoming. No one's going to chastise you or give you crap or make you feel like you're an inept idiot. All right. So go in here, join the Discord, set up your account, get on there. A lot of times, also you can go on to Ham Radio Crash Course. He's got a Discord on here, and he does, Saturday nights he does his 1 hour live on YouTube, and then we switch over to the Discord, and he has a live chat where you can use voice and text to chat and be part of the conversation afterwards. You can, ask questions there, any kind of questions. Usually he starts off with the questions being based on the topic that he talked about on the video. But then it kind of opens up later on and goes into, goes down all kinds of rabbit holes. But I would suggest really getting on here. The point of the matter is you're not alone. You have a way to get involved. You have resources available to you, not only from me and my channel, but all the other YouTuber channels out there. The people that get onto like when the guys do the lives, you have this nice, huge chat room. People will talk there. You can make new friends in there. But getting on the Discord, you can make better acquaintances with people and stay in touch with them, and maybe even possibly go out and meet each other and go do radio stuff and have fun. So utilize these resources that are available to you. You're not, you might be out in the middle of BFE nowhere, but you still, if you have access to the internet, you have a whole new world of people you can reach instantly. And I think it's a fantastic service that is offered to us as hams to be able to communicate with one another, share ideas, and get on the air with each other, and just learn about new products and what to stay away from, what to buy, and how to do this, how to do that. It's just, look at it as an appendix to the videos that we shoot. I do a lot of videos where I do like how-to stuff, how to build this, how to do that. You can go in here and really get down to the nitty-gritty with people. Say, hey, I saw this part. Well, how about this? Or, do you have a source for this item? And people will help you. They'll bend over backwards to help you. We want people to be in this hobby. We want more people to be involved, because as the older generation is slowly phasing out, the newer generation, it's going to be up to us to keep this alive. And the only way that's going to happen is for us to be involved with one another, talk to one another, and be open to new ideas and open to the new things that are coming into ham radio and embracing those things. You may not want to get into everything that's in there, and you don't have to. Get into what you like, but at least be open to the ideas that there are other things out there to do. So that's pretty much all I had for you guys. Just based on that, I've seen this before. I've seen this on a lot of places. I've heard a lot of people say, I just got my ham license. I got nobody to talk to, blah, blah, blah. Well, you do. You really do. And like I said, I'll help you out as much as I can. I get up every morning. I answer all the comments. I have people on if you go to my Facebook group, if you're on Facebook, look up Ham Radio for Non-Techies Facebook group. We have a lot of people discussing and talking about stuff in there. And I try to answer questions as much as possible. If I don't know the answer to something, I will research it and find the correct answer, and not just blab out whatever crap I'm thinking of in my head. Again, I want to give you correct information, not just give you an answer for the sake of giving you an answer. So with that being said, guys, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. It'll help the YouTube algorithm to show my video to more people that might be interested in ham radio. And I try to reach new hams as well as some of the more seasoned hams, and I get a little bit of both, but I want everybody to be involved in my channel and to really enjoy the stuff that I do. I want to bring value to you. If you don't get value from my videos, and I'm doing something wrong, I gotta regroup and start over. But I try to bring you guys good topics. I try to bring out ideas in a simple, common sense manner. So give me that thumbs up there. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Just click on the subscribe button, click on the little bell. Be notified when I do new videos. I'm going to probably start doing some lives here pretty soon. I got some really cool stuff like this all-star thing I just did the other day. I spent the weekend with a buddy of mine who's also a fan of the show, and we built up an all-star node. And I've been playing with that a little bit. We still got a couple more things to build, but so far I'm pretty impressed by it. And we'll get into more details about that later on. I'm going to do a presentation, probably do a live and bring on an expert that I've got that helped us along with this yesterday, because we were pulling our hair out and found it was actually something stupid on my end, but we'll get to that later on. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Have a great week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and supporting this channel. This is Ham Radio for Non-Techies. Until next time, we are clear.